Hello and welcome back to another episode of Off the Beaten Pot. My name is Tom. Thank you so much for watching this video and choosing to spend a few minutes of your day with me. Today I thought I would make a breakfast, and this breakfast is going to be eggs Benedict. I'm out here at Dartmoor. I arrived at night. Didn't know what it'd be like when I woke up, and it turns out it's rather beautiful. So before we get into the recipe and how to make eggs Benedict while in the great outdoors, here's beautiful Dartmoor. So while we're waiting for the Trangia to get to full bloom, it's quite cold, so I warmed it up by keeping it in my jacket pocket and rubbing it in my hands, and that gave just enough warmth in there for the fuel to catch. This is eggs Benedict, so here, well, eggs Benedict-ish. I have a slice of bacon here, smoky bacon. I have 2 eggs, which are held rather well in these lovely little egg containers. An English muffin. This is pre-made hollandaise sauce. Just add milk, so I added powdered milk, the right amount of powdered milk to make a full sachet of this, and I'll probably only be using a third of this sachet anyway, so I'm going to give it a good mix, and then that is going to be our lazy man's hollandaise sauce. So first off, I'm going to get the bacon going. With a small pan like this, just fold the bacon like that. It'll shrink as the water evaporates from the bacon, but it's just nice to get in the pan to get it evenly. And what I'm going to do is cook the bacon to about nearly done, or about a halfway point even, because when the eggs are poaching, we're going to be using those 2 minutes to finish off the bacon so it's still warm. Meanwhile, we're going to fill our pot with enough water to cover our egg and get that up to a rolling boil.
Oh wait, hang on. So what seems to have happened here, ladies and gentlemen, is that when I went out to record this episode, I filmed the rest of said episode in super slow-mo without any sound. So we're just going to have to muddle on with my voiceover. Right, so the next stage, once it's at a rolling boil, is you get your egg on standby, and then you swirl around the water, big swirls to make a little whirlpool in the centre. Oh, you idiot. Don't drop the pan. Big swirls holding onto the pan handle, and this makes a nice little vortex in the centre. When you crack your egg into the middle, it helps to bind the white to the yolk. Then, because we're adding a second egg, we do the same thing again. We just give it a slight spin and prep it for the next egg. Expertly done. Brilliant. Remember, you don't have to do this in super slow motion. You can do it at normal speed. Once they're both in, give it a much less vigorous stir and place the lid back on the top. Again, you don't have to do this in slow-mo. Once the lid's on, put the pan to one side for 2 minutes, and then put your attention back onto the bacon to make sure it finishes off. Obviously flip it from time to time. Now, because I was on such a roll here, I obviously forgot to film the bit with the English muffin. So you're going to slice the English muffin in half when the bacon's finished, add a bit of olive oil to the pan, and then drop the English muffin in and fry it off a little bit to make it all nice and toasty. And you can turn it around and have it toasted on both sides. I generally just spend more attention to the inside of the bread than a tiny bit on the outside of the bread.
So we're just going to put the simmering on for a moment, and our bacon in the edge there. And unfortunately I didn't use a very good quality of egg, so although cooked, they didn't bind, which is really f***ing annoying. To see a better version of my poached eggs, click on the link above. Well, shit eggs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so Tom's obviously in a bad mood. I'm going to take over with a voiceover for a bit of optimism. So to make the hollandaise sauce, add the same amount of water as you would like to see sauce. Add your packet mix here. We've got the hollandaise with the dried egg, and then you're going to stir. You want to get rid of all of those lumps. It shouldn't take too long to heat with not much water, and you want to get it really hot. Obviously, our breakfast has been cooling down for a while now, so the hotter we can get it, the more heat we can get back into our breakfast before it's all gone. So it made it a bit thin, so add a little bit more powder and stir. The last thing to do is pour it on and enjoy. Thanks very much. That was, well, you've seen what it was.
Enchanté.